Welcome back, everybody. Well, we've cleared up the connection. I mean, we are trying to talk to the Arctic, so it is a little difficult to talk to the Arctic. There's things going on in the kitchen.
There's
all kinds of stuff. All kinds
door.
of stuff happening. So we want to make sure that we check in right now. Andrew, are you there? Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Excellent. Wonderful. And we can see you too. Thanks so much for sticking around and reconnecting with us. We really appreciate it. You know, as we said, we are talking to the Arctic, so we understand that there's a little bit of a glitch here and there to expect. Give us a sense, how much longer do you have? What have you got in store for the next couple of days?
Well, Richard and I are spending a lot of time talking about the kids program, as we were talking about before. We're trying to figure out what the next steps are for that. I should let Richard talk about that 30 seconds, because I think it's a pretty important thing.
The Arctic's such an amazing place, and it has an amazing positive effect on kids. We've seen it on a lot of the young people who work here, and we want to create a program which we can bring up people and put them right in real serious wilderness. And also we want to develop a science part of it, measuring permafrost, perhaps counting muskox. Something could be done on an annual basis, so we can really do a measure of change of what's happening in this area.
Have you had
some of those photos you may have seen? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Some of those photos you may have seen of the hike that we've done. The first day, Richard didn't let us even get our bags unpacked and said, "That's it, hike time." We go up to Gull Canyon and look down about 300 feet into a waterfall. We're then walking along the open ridge, and we're seeing all sorts of different types of rocks. And then we get back to the camp and right down to see the belugas. So it's been one of those things where there's so much to see and so much to do. This afternoon, they're dragging us up to a canyon, putting us in rubber boats and letting us float out based on the fact there's been rainfall. So it's every day is a new adventure for sure.
We are seeing some of the images right now, and they are absolutely spectacular. Andrew, you must be in your element. You must be the happiest outdoor adventure out there. I mean, seriously.
I've been Skyping with my son in the morning. Every once in a while he gets on, and I sit outside with the laptop when it's working and say, "Here's what I'm seeing today." And he wanted to see my tent. Well, the thing you're seeing behind us is sort of a large version. We are definitely in tents.
Yeah.
It is a canvas, like a soccer tent, but it is a metal frame tent, and there is no heaters. There's cold water and a toilet, but there's definitely a lot of fleece blankets. Best sleep you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, who knew there'd be cold water in the Arctic, eh?
Well, it's funny. It's weird to your senses to go out and to say, "No, we don't have water jugs with us." We're like, "What? No, drink out of that." And
Yeah.
so every stream, everywhere, you're just drinking right out of the stream.
That is
It's sort of a
something we
weird factor.
That is something we just do not know about here. I mean, we just have no concept. We wish we did, but we do not. And I think it's a great thing that the water's cold. Let's, do what we can do to keep it cold and cold and cold, right?
I took a drink out of the Rideau Canal a couple of weeks ago, and I was sick for about a week and a half, so.
Not recommended.
Well, well, it's interesting to see the guides. Well, the guides are also your chef. The food is fantastic up here. You would not believe that we are eating out of a tent in a place in the north. The food has been excellent every night, and it's healthy, of course, and everything's made right here, from the bread all the way up to the salads and everything that we're having fresh. I just can't believe how great it is. It's an amazing experience.
Andrew, we obviously talk about Andy Camper all the time, the fact that your main purpose is getting kids outdoor and experiencing, and that's what you're doing up there on a completely different level. How are you guys going to then, I'm sure that you're going to take what Richard is doing and spread the word down here, right, to get this kind of education, to get people going up.
Well, Richard and I are working together, and he's doing a lot of this right now. We've met 3 people that are here with us at camp this week that have already suggested that they're willing to sponsor kids to come for this program. And Richard, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we have. There's an opportunity to sponsor kids. We already have a number of people have offered to sponsor kids. We also want to include kids, Inuit kids from the nearest community, which is Resolute Bay. We think it's a really important part of the experience for the kids from the south, and it's really important for the kids from Resolute Bay.
Yeah. So we're going to try and continue to market it through the season. As you know, there's only 5 weeks here that you can come up here. 5 or 6 weeks?
Yeah, 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, now you mentioned
summer is very short in the high Arctic.
Sorry, you mentioned about sponsoring children. Does that mean that this can turn into something like a regular camp where your kids actually go without the parents?
That's right. Yeah, we would take teenagers. We're planning to take up to about 15 teenagers and create a 2-week program to have them experience the Arctic, do outdoor activities, and include a science portion in this, and also include the Inuit kids from Resolute Bay.
How about the kids from down south, the ones from, say, Ottawa, the Ottawa area? What have they been saying directly to you guys about this whole experience?
Sorry, question again?
What have the kids from the southern part of Canada that have been able to go up and make the trip, what have they been telling you directly about this whole experience?
It's I've just seen the experience we've had with the kids working here has simply been such a life-changing event for them. They come back simply more focused and happier people. It's really amazing, and we have parents coming to us and saying, can we get our kids to Arctic Watch? And that's why we decided to create a program for it.
If there are, there could be somebody out there watching right now, specifically corporate, if you're listening, how can they get involved? If they want to get involved in a corporate sponsorship and sponsor some kids to go up there and have the education of a lifetime, how do they do that?
They can get hold of us or get hold of Andy Camper.
Yeah. We're going to be talking to a lot of people in the next little while and the groups of people that Richard already knows from his exploration stuff has been amazing for the support to this. And this type of program is something that we need to do. It's not just a want to do. After you experience this just once, you realize why it's so important to be caring about the Arctic as it is now and how fast it's changing, and we need to experience it.
Yeah, that's it. Like we said, the changes that we make today will keep that water cold in the future. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Andrew, we know that you're having a good time there, but you realize you have to come home, right?
Pardon? I know I heard.
Oh, we're having problems with Skype. Oh, no.
Listen, I can only imagine.
Well, if Skype keeps working, we have to come home. We're leaving on Friday, unfortunately, so we've got 2 more days of throwing. We had a 4.5-hour ATV ride out to the iceberg yesterday. I don't know if you saw that picture, but we got to walk right out onto the ice, and it's moving at about 10 knots,
wow,
which is fairly fast, and the wind is howling. And then we come around the corner, and we had to get down 3 layers because it was so warm outside. So it's just an amazing place to experience, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow's adventure, whatever that is.
Yeah, well, listen, we're looking forward to hearing all about it when you get back. Thank you so much to both of you for taking time out of your very adventurous and wonderful days to chat with us right here in Ottawa. All the best to you both. Enjoy the rest of your week, and Godspeed on getting those sponsors and getting some kids up there.
Well, thank you very much, and thanks for your help.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
Yes,
guys.
guys.